Hello, this is not the screen you expected to see. Hello. Hey. Hi. We're programming today. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Doing all right? You seem pretty quiet. Can't help but notice that nobody is here. Oh wait, that's always how it is. Hey, welcome to the stream. So, um, I haven't been using this notes file. I did a little bit more work on the rate pop-up off stream because I don't know. I wanted to work on it some more. That is the goal ultimately. So I don't know. I was just feeling productive yesterday, last night. Let me show you. Let me show you what I've done so far. It's not a lot. It's really not. It's mostly the not interesting part. Okay. Wow, it looks totally different. Oh my gosh. No, it's this part is not what changed. Okay, so you click this, you open up the rate. Ta-da. Okay. So notice this is nothing. Let's see what changed. There's a confirm button and a back button, and there's this little text input here, and the text input updates when you click here, so that's new. All right, this is some, what would you call these? These are like placeholder functions for how the processing is actually going to work. And I've also got it set up to where it shows dot 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 until it's done processing, quote unquote done processing. Um, and then it will replace it with -1 in this case. So that's working. So you actually don't get to see the dot dot dot. The dot dot dots do a cool little animation. I guess I could call them ellipses instead of dot dot dots, but anyways. And then like the back button works and the confirm button works. So that's pretty cool, right? That's like, I mean, that could have been like a whole stream. Well, maybe not a whole stream, but like a half stream or like a short stream. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I could keep working on this a little bit more, I guess. Like the visual appearance of this, it's not great, but I figure I'm just about ready to bring in the actual difficulty calculation algorithm. So let me just do that on stream because it's cool, right? I figure some people might be interested in watching this. So this is the code. This is the file. There's a little bit more going on here now. It was a pain in the butt to get the ellipses working properly. um, we've got three. It took three variables for me to accomplish that. That seems excessive, but what else? These are the things that I'm going to come over here and fill in. Okay. So I'm going to break the whole task of calculating the difficulty. I'm going to break it into several steps. The first step is always going to be, hey, given this rate, how about you calculate the new note times given that rate? And after thinking about it, that's going to be a little bit weird and tricky. And I hope it's not too much to make that just a single task. For starters, I'm going to pretend like it will only ever take one loop and we won't drop frames doing it just in one loop. But we may drop frames, which would suck. I don't think we would drop frames for small files. I'm thinking of like the edge case 500,000 notes types of files. So yeah, you calculate the new note times, right? And then it's like, hey, start another task. This time do the next stage of the task. And that's going to be, now this one I'm definitely making incremental because we've got like 20 features or something. And I don't want to try calculating all those features all at the same time. We're going to incrementally be calculating all of them. which is a little bit presumptuous. I'm not sure how easily they're going to be incrementable, right? You know, like some of them. Hopefully, all the features are literally just, you know, for loop over the whole thing. That's what I hope. It's been a while since I looked at the algorithm, despite the fact that I wrote it. And then, once we've calculated all the features, I believe the difficulty is just a linear function of the features. So that should just be one task or not even a whole task. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking so far. So I'm gonna see if I can go get those features, get the algorithm out. Let me see here. Okay, new file difficulty algo.py. Okay, and I'm making it .py so that it doesn't freak out at me when I go to copy this stuff. Okay, and plenty of these imports are going to be broken. I'm going to have to copy and paste those from their relevant files. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot. This is a lot. I think this looks okay. And then this is the one that I used for the FFR Mania one. So I'll close this, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, are there actually 14,000 songs in FFR Mania? Holy god, that's so absurd. That's just really absurd. I forgot. I think I've been saying like 6,000 or 7,000 for a while. No, it's actually 14,000. There's 14,000 songs in the database. That's a lot. That's just a lot. You know, it's just a lot. Okay. Next, I suppose. So this is almost there, except, I mean, obviously we're not going to use that. Um, this I don't even really need, but these are things that I wrote myself. Screw NumPy, but yeah, basically all these guys are things that I wrote myself that I'm going to want to import. And when I say import, I mean I'm just going to copy them from the original files. Oh, I don't think I use chord. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think I actually used chord explicitly, but we'll pretend. Okay, from... All right, so we've got all these here. Get notes, get chords. Yep. Okay, so that's done. The definition of a chord is done. Chords to tokens? No, I want to get chords to tokens. That's in pattern search engine. Okay. It's going to be really hard to just port this and not like try to make improvements to it. Okay. And then I guess everything else we'll just have to do without. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine that we don't have NumPy. Don't worry about it. It apparently only took well, this is for all the FFR files, which was like a couple thousand. Supposedly, it only took 30 seconds to get the difficulty for all those files. So if that's the case, man, this is going to be a really fast difficulty algorithm, isn't it? Okay. Pretty sure this was just for comparing the predicted difficulty with the actual difficulty. Okay. God, just jeez, man. Okay, let's start here. Let's start at the bottom. Okay. See if I can build my way up. Okay. So I have like a pre-processed version of all the step files here. Level ID notes. Get notes. So um what format are these notes in? I'd like to know. I guess I go look at this. Okay. Get notes is um a tab separated list of strings. Okay. Which I've split into an array. Okay. For item and strings, if there's not a comma in it, then that's a problem. It expects there to be a comma in it. Okay. It splits on the comma. A note contains a left part and a right part. Okay, what are those two things? Track number, time, and seconds. Okay. Track number, time, and seconds. So a note this is going to take absolutely forever. It might just kill me. What am I doing? Cool. So we've got an array of notes. What do we do when we have an array of notes? I'd like to know. Let's try to like copy this. I think basically the starting point is notes, which is note array. Okay, and then we've got all this stuff. Shift tab. Okay. So we've got notes. That's done. We've got num notes. Okay, we will say let num notes equal not length of notes, but notes.length. Okay, and then we'll do something analogous to this. If num notes is less than or equal to 8, then we say the predicted difficulty is equal to null difficulty. So maybe we make a variable. And we'll say predicted difficulty. I mean, this is kind of a return statement, right? So maybe I just say like return null. That's pretty much analogous, right? Okay. Duration in seconds. Duration in seconds. Okay. We can't do notes bracket -1 as much as I'd like to. We have to do dot length -1. And instead of saying time in seconds, we instead need to say time in seconds. Cool, that's fine. If duration in seconds is less than 10, okay, this is another null case. Again, we're just trying to port it. Don't obsess over it. Just translate the code from one language to another. Avoid the temptation to obsess. Here's where we pause for a minute. Here's where we pause, because there's this concept of chords and of tokens. And that's a little bit tricky. Okay, so we go back to our Python and we think about what we've done. So when we're making a chord, we're calling get chords. Okay. I don't write get notes as a function because I'm pretty sure that's literally just going to be the linear recording. The linear recording is going to have that information already. Okay. No. Get chords takes notes as input. Maybe I don't export this, you know? Maybe I don't export that. Okay. Interesting. Let chord notes equal an array containing the first note. Okay, so chord notes is going to be a note array, I infer. Previous note is equal to the first note. Okay. Chords, I don't know what chords is going to be. Probably a chord array, right? And we start a for loop. Okay, so yep, I know how to do a for loop. If I equals 0, continue. Okay, so instead of doing that, we're just going to start the iterator at 1. If note.time in seconds is not equal to previous note time in seconds, then we have a new chord. Otherwise, we append it to the current chord. I think I understand. Okay, yeah, we start a new chord with the current note because we've determined it's not a part of the previous chord. Yeah. Okay, so a chord takes a note array as input. And what features does a chord have? Oh gosh, we need to do like this 2-string nonsense. This should be fun. It has track numbers and time in seconds. The track numbers is a sorted list of the notes in. Wow, that's a lot shorter to write in Python, isn't it? Oh, interesting. We've actually got some checking going on here. How do we do this, I guess. Yeah. Now, how do I get that sorted list of track numbers? I think that sorts ascending by default, and I think that is exactly what I want. All right, we're looking good so far. Okay, so that's all this stuff done. And then we say previous note is equal to note. Very good. Okay, now this if statement. If chord notes.length is greater than 0, right, that makes sense. Then we copy this. And then we return chords. All right, get chords works. Cool. Don't know what this is gonna be. Chords to tokens. This is the like stringification thing, I think. tokens is an array of something for I in range, length of chords if I is greater than 0. Current gap is equal to time difference millis. Get time difference millis. Tokens.append current gap. Current chord is equal to chords I tokens.append current chord. Return tokens. So I guess tokens is a list of alternating chords and time gaps. Okay. I can manage that. Now, can I do this? No, that doesn't mean what I think it means. Chord or number, right? There's like an order of operations thing. Okay. Current gap equals. Current gap equals. Okay. So we're gonna want get time difference millis, right? Yeah. Also, I'm gonna structure this whole program a little bit differently because I simply structure programs differently. Yeah. We're basically gonna reverse the order of everything. I don't. I'm not going to make a variable for that. That's silly. What's the problem here? Oh. Okay, so these things are not notes, and instead they're things that have times. And we return tokens. Yay! I have chords to tokens defined now, so I can put it here. I have no idea what this is going to be. Maybe it's an array of numbers. Hard to be sure. An array of out of weights constant. Hmm. Okay. So that's one of these. Okay. Oh, right. I see. Okay. So we're kind of just going to bring these things over as is, because JavaScript can handle this. Kind of. Well, this is a little bit. No, they can still do this. It's fine. Okay. Haven't defined these functions yet, but I will. I will soon define them. I will rename them. Oops. I thought I was. Oh, I did page up instead of end. Or page down. Yeah. Let's put some semicolons everywhere. Yeah, we love the semicolons. Sorry, I was checking in Discord. Some friends are trying. Some friends of mine and me are trying to arrange a play date, I suppose is what you'd call it. So just some just some organizational discussion. You know, want to check in on that every now and then. Okay, weights list is like this, and yeah, so I like very abstracted this where I've got a list of features, and the list of features is what I'm going to use to like iterate over a bunch of dictionaries and stuff. Which is, I mean, it's a way that you could write this as a for loop. You know, it's kind of nice. Let oh, I already did this. We're gonna say weights constant. Yep, that works just the same here as it does in Python. Now, for let I equal, well, wait a second. Let I equals here minus the feature list. Cool. I could have done like a find and replace over all this code, and maybe it would have been more sensible. I don't know. Weights list dot push weights bracket feature name. Hold on. What's the problem here? Expression string can't be used to index type. Oh, that's weird. But can't it? I thought it probably can. It's just mad at me. It just doesn't want me to do it that way because it's scared. What if I say like as key of feature list? No? You don't like that? It doesn't like that. I could have sworn you could do this. Hold on. Let me think for a second. So if I come over here and like copy this, right? What am I trying to access here? Feature weights. I'm trying to access weights. Okay, if I say weights is this. If I say weights is this. And then if I say let feature name equal min nps, for example. Can I say weights bracket feature name? Yes, I can. It's just mad. It doesn't like that. So, like, what's the TypeScript way to do this? How do I make TypeScript happy? It's a waste of time for me to bother making TypeScript happy, but I feel like I want to know this information. So in that sense, I guess it's not a waste of time. TypeScript um, string attribute string. Oh boy. Maybe I Google the error. Maybe I Google the error. Element implicitly has an any type. Type of string can't be used to index type. Okay, so let me Google that. Type of string can't be used to index. Hold on, let me check back in on the Discord. Okay. I have the following React component. React. God. For TypeScript to correctly help you identify mistakes when accessing object properties, you need to tell it the exact shape of the object. If you type it as object, TypeScript can't help you with that. Instead, you could tell it the exact properties and data types the object has. As key of type of. Is that the trick? As key of type of. Wait. Is that's not the magic pixie dust? Oh, I can't spell. Aha! Aha ha ha! That was the magic pixie dust. I just couldn't spell properly. Okay. Look, if it gets us if it gets TypeScript to shut up, we're happy. Get feature. Feature functions bracket feature name. You know what, though? You know what? All these underscores need to go away. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't. I don't want to make these underscores go away. You know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. But these function names, I will bother. These function names, I will bother. Okay. So all these need to become functions. I have yet to define them. Oh man, I can't wait. Ooh boy, it's gonna be so fun. And then there's these normalizations, which there's not that many of them. I guess I can pretend that the feature functions are defined, right? let get feature equal feature functions bracket feature name as key of type of feature functions. And that's feature function. It should be feature functions, and this should be a capital F. Yep. Let get feature equal that. Feature value is equal to get feature. Okay. Let feature value, which I think will be a number always, equal get feature tokens. So I guess get feature is always going to be a function of tokens. And tokens is a number or chord array. And it will return a number. No? No, you don't like that? It doesn't like that. Void is not assignable to type number. Oh, well, they all currently return void. I'm going to ignore that for now. Normalized feature value. Hard code normalize. Don't know what that is. Let's go find that. Hard code so I'm normalizing x, and I say skewness fix is equal to skewness fix that, mean is equal to means that, std is equal to that, normalized x is equal to z-score normalization, skewness fix x, mean standard deviation. So I do like 2 steps of normalization there. I do the skewness fix, and then I do the z-score normalization. Cool. I think I'm gonna not use a function for that. As crazy as it sounds, I know this violates the principle of just copying it. Okay. Let skewness fix equal skewness fixes bracket fix feature name as key of typo. Gotta love the as key of typo. Doesn't even sound like a phrase anymore. Well, it sounds like just one word now. As key of type of. As key of type of. Oh, you need to be the actual name of the variable. Yes. As key of type of. All right, z-score normalization, which is a function we have not defined yet. I'm sure it'll be great. Skewness fix is a function. And we apply it to quote-unquote x, which is actually feature value. Mean standard deviation. Okay, great. Except this is not the right variable name. Very cool, very cool. Hold on, let me add some types here. This is TypeScript after all, so we should be typing things. You are a function that takes in something and returns a number. Probably we're going to call it value. I don't know. Normalize feature values dot push. Okay. And then finally, we run our model on this. And I'm pretty sure it's just a linear model, but... Oh, right. Yeah. I need to run all the features on it, and then... Okay, so we still have a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of work to do yet. Let's bring over z-score normalization. Very simple. I kind of want to make the normalizations hang out here, you know? Where are you guys hanging out, normalizations? You're up here. Okay. Yes. Oh no. Oh no, the white space. I want to die. Okay. Let me make sure the second argument is actually the power. Returns the value of a base expression taken to a specified power. Yeah, y is the power. Okay, good. Oops. Just throwing the word number everywhere. My bad. Okay, very good. Now I just got to change all these to not use the underscore. Ay, ay, ay. Shift R. Don't know why that one took 3 tries. Oh, I don't use this one. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, all these are still going to be a pain to define. Yeah, you know... You know I'm going to do it. You know I'm that obsessive. I am absolutely that obsessive. It just takes a minute. It just takes a minute. Who cares? You know, it's not a big deal. And it makes me feel better about the code base to do that, to do this. And then as we're defining these guys down here, we will change them. Okay. Very, very, very good. Very freaking good, dude. What's your problem? Lacks a return type annotation. Well, that's fair. You know what we don't have is model. We do not have model. Here's model. Okay. Now I remember I'm probably going to have to stare at this function for a long time before I can actually understand what kind of thing it is. Because there's no type annotations. I think X is a 2D array of numbers. B is a number. And star args is going to be the death of me. Look at this. Yeah, args I times x I. Is X a 2D array or is it not? You can do weird, like, operator redefinitions in Python, I think. Or maybe I'm just paranoid. I don't know. I don't know. I got a text. One second. All right. I can ignore that text message. I am going to take a break, though. We will figure out this model function in a second. Be right back. He's back. He's back. Run. All right, I'm going to figure out what this model thing is doing. All right, having type annotated everything, surely at this point I can figure out what this is doing. We round to a whole number because we're not going to pretend that our difficulty algorithm is remotely precise. If I returned like, oh yeah, the difficulty is 43.78234. That's just absurd. That's just completely silly. Because it's not no difficulty system ever and like that has ever existed or possibly that will ever exist is going to be like 4 digits of precision. That's nonsense. One difficulty on a 100-point scale is already pretty good. Already pretty good, even compared to like the Eterna one. But actually, the Eterna one is 4 digits, 2 decimal places of precision, and it's like a 1 to 40, 1 to 30 ish system. So actually, that's probably better than I think. That's better than 1 to 100, but still. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna be like that, and weights list comes out looking identical every single time, which is a little bit silly. But I need to ignore that. Okay, here's all the weights. Normalized feature values is a single dimensional array. Single dimensional array. And that's gonna change. That's gonna change pretty quickly. Okay, so model is actually single dimensional, which means that this is not fancy in any way. But it could be. It could have been, because I remember having this confusion once before when I was trying to do like a multilinear model for something, and I was following a tutorial, and type annotations just go a really long way is the thing. And I think there's some like package or extension, kind of like TypeScript is an extension of JavaScript. There's like some typed or like pseudo not strictly typed version of Python. And Python really could use those type annotations, man. It's a godsend for trying to understand code. That's the same reason why I liked Java. Because, well, for one thing, Java has really good documentation. And if you're ever working with something and you don't know what it is, you can just look at the type and be like, well, hey, I don't know what that type is. Let me search that. Let me Google that type to figure out what it is. Can't do that in Python. Okay, so model is doing the model thing. What's the problem? Expected 3 arguments but got 2. Um so I'm just gonna do weights list 0 and then weights list the rest. Because why bother? Why bother? Let me make sure. Yeah, total plus B. Yeah, that's fine. Predicted difficulty equals math.round that. If it's less than 0, do minimum difficulty. Okay, I'll implement that. Hold on, let's try that again. Okay. Pretty sure minimum difficulty is 1. Okay, it's someplace else? Question mark? Did I not copy that over? That's weird. Minimum diff. I don't. Yeah, but you know, Control F does not work properly in Jupyter notebooks. Wait a second. Where did I? Huh. No, yeah, there's minimum difficulty. Oh, it's defined at the start of the. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I just neglected to include that, which is fine. And there's where we would write it to a file, but we're not doing that. Okay. So, you know, I'm going to finish this, but it's got a problem, which is this is not set up for incremental stuff. I want this to not do one feature at a time, but to partially do each feature repeatedly until they're all done. So that's going to be a bit weird. Because if I do it one feature at a time, some features are like 10 times slower than others. So I can't really reliably split that up into tasks and expect it to perform properly. Okay. So the last thing that I got to do is copy these functions, these feature functions. Some of them are incredibly simple, while others are gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's do this rather than the alternative, which I've done here. Kind of silly that I did it this way. Okay, there we go. Nope, not Control R. I guess that's not what I want to do. Hey, I was right. There are 20 features, I guess. Well, that's not exactly right? There were 20 functions here. That doesn't mean there were 20 features. Okay, and they all take tokens as an argument. So I better go grab tokens with its type annotation, which is somewhere, I guess it's up here naturally. Tokens, tokens, tokens. I think I've already got duration, right? Yeah, I've already got duration. But oh, oh, what? Uh, okay. I have two ways to measure duration. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. It's completely redundant, but it's fine. 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 All right. I think I'm gonna go for like one more hour. One more hour, and then I gotta stop and like get ready to be social with people and play games and stuff, and take a shower, a cold shower, because my freaking water heater is broken. Uh, how how am I gonna? Okay. I less than tokens dot length. I guess I plus equals 2 is fine. Okay, yeah, I need to typecast this. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna adapt all these to be run in a split up kind of way. It's whatever. I'll figure it out. What? What's wrong here? Get moving CPS, get moving NPS. You return an array, right? Yeah, you do. So why? I think this is fine. Hmm. Huh. That doesn't seem amazing, does it? Haven't I already used the spread operator a whole bunch, though? Kind of. Well, the SM parser I used the spread operator. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in. It hasn't. I mean that. My one player, he tried a bunch of early stuff and it still worked even with the spread operator being in there. So in theory, it should be fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Probably fine, copium. Ooh. Ooh, gonna have to write a median function. Ooh, don't like that. That'll be fun. Unless no. No, I have not written a median function, so that'll be fun. I'll put it down here somewhere, I guess. Function. Am I allowed to use a spread operator? Values, number array. I guess it's gonna let me, which is cool. I'm assuming that there isn't a math.median, right? No, there's not. Oh, hold on. Let me Google that real quick just to make sure I'm not missing something. JavaScript median of array. If all the answers are actual functions and not like a one-liner. Okay. Yeah, you just sort it, and then you do something like you gotta find the middle, and then yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just have to write that function myself, and I'll probably steal it from somebody else as well when the time comes. Interesting that there's all this reuse here. I will be able to optimize that a tiny bit, I suppose. What is this? Length minus 2 times window size. I guess I'll just copy that. I less than tokens.length minus 2 times window size. I plus equals 2. Okay. And we're doing plus equals 2 because I presume we want to get all the chords only. Oh my god. Oh, and I just copied and pasted that and didn't make a variable for it? Holy crap, dude. So this, let window equal a, it's going to be this, right? It's going to be this type, and we're going to do slice on this. We're going to slice the array, and we're going to start at I, and we're going to go to I plus 2 times window size minus 1, I suppose. I'm assuming the end is exclusive. Ooh. Let me go look up how that works in Python. Python slice list. List slicing. Let me review the basics of that. Initial end index jump. Okay, so if you say 1 to 5, you're going to get, you're going to skip 0, 1, 2, 3, and the end is not inclusive. I see. Okay, it doesn't specifically use the word inclusive or exclusive, but I can infer from the examples that that's what's going on. So, JavaScript slice works the exact same way. We're good to go. So, everywhere we see this, we're going to do this. What is wrong with past me? Why would I code it that way? Let total notes equal that. What? Hold on a second there. That's not right. Oh, I hate undoing. Okay. This is a window because it has the colon. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. My punishment will be redoing all this. Tokens, bracket. Okay, so I'm going to cast this to a number because I know it's a number. I probably don't bother doing all these annotations at the end, do I? Because this is all going to have to be changed quite a bit. Except for this one. This one's reused in multiple places, I remember. Alright, these are pretty cute. Pretty small. I assume getting up chords is defined down here somewhere. It is not. Getting notes is here. Getting chords is not there. Okay. So where is it? put it down here for some reason. Wait, is it also here? Oh no, yeah, it's there. It is there. My bad. No, we'll get to it eventually. I didn't see it because I was falsely assumed that it was using camel case, but obviously it's not. Ooh, typo. I will correct that typo. Typos are allowed to be corrected. This was obviously some sort of copy and paste error. That's alright. Just needs a little bit of love. And it'll be good. Somebody just has to put in the time. Might as well be me. Got nothing better to do. From 0 to tokens.length minus 2 times window size. Question. Did not the previous one say 2 times window size minus 1? No, I don't think it did. I guess it didn't. Let me check. No, it didn't. Okay. I mean, here, obviously, it says 2 times window size minus 1. But that's unrelated. Okay. Back to moving CPS. Okay. Bring everybody inside. Guess we're going to throw a bunch of lets everywhere, except this guy. This guy does not get a let. Being a tiny bit smarter this time around. Save me a tiny bit of time. This should be a semicolon, not a comma. Okay, and also, I'm going to extract this into a variable. Is there a... Can I use like a fancy refactor? Why Why are these the refactor options? Surround widths? Why are these all surround widths? I don't... I'm not trying to do that. Alright, you're a this array. Yeah, you're a token array. And this is tokens.slice I, comma, I plus 2 times window size minus 1. Close the slice. Okay. And now, every instance of this, make sure there's a comma or a colon. This one doesn't have a colon, so that's important. Yep, good. Okay. Tokens I, so this just needs the S corrected. Oh, and you need to be cast to a number. I can fix that. Perfect. Don't you need... I think I made a mistake there. I think you take that as input. Get num chords takes this as input. Right, okay. I see what happened there. That's fine. Gonna need some casting. You know, I kind of go back and forth on whether to put a space there. That's probably gonna annoy me at some point in the future. Using the rename function where I can. You ever think it's weird that Python doesn't have the plus plus operator? I certainly do. Not that I'm like super fond of it, but it's just so common in other languages, you know? They must have had some philosophical reason for doing that. I seem to remember hearing that Pythonic is all about having one and only one way to do something. Which turns out not to be true about Python generally, if you've ever coded in it. That promise is not attained. This is not I++, this is I plus equals 2. If, probably throw another paren there. Almost. Alright. No? Oh, dot length. Looking good so far. This is very nice. This is pretty meditative. Wish my chair was a bit more comfortable, but I do sit in a chair like a total maniac most of the time, which could be the cause of my discomfort, admittedly. Let me bring up the. Hold on. I'm gonna raise my desk. Let me mute my mic. It could be that I'm so slouched all the time because the keyboard is just like slightly too far away unless I'm slouched. I don't know. Also, I'm like shifting everything around. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. This is curious. Jacks. I assume this is a chord again. Yeah, I think that's right. I might. So hold on. I must have missed. This starts at 2. I can fix that. Can you compare two arrays that way? Let's test it. Right, let's test it. No, you cannot compare arrays that way. Huh. Well, that's obnoxious. I have to write my own array comparison function. Unless... I don't think I've already got it in utils. Let me open up. Let me actually just open up utils. Okay. Yeah, so we need a function for that. Wow, we're almost done. If arrays equal this thingy, comma, this thingy, then total jacks plus plus. Okay, very good. Get num time. Okay, let us continue. We move on. We keep going. This starts at 3. How? 3. It starts at 3 and iterates every 2. So I'm looking at I minus 2. Okay. Because the first item is a chord, so I want the first time gap, which is 1, and then the next time gap is 3. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. If tokens I not equal to tokens I minus 2, total time gap changes plus plus. Okay. I could cast these to numbers, I suppose, but I don't actually have to, so I won't. Because it was clear to me from context, once I knew what chords were, what was going on there. And this is going to be, this is probably the hardest function to convert, I think. I don't remember this exactly, but I'm sure it's going to be tricky. Okay. Oh, look at this. Length set split into bigrams. Boy, Faye. Yeah, I don't have a set function. And I'm gonna wait on implementing one until I've figured out what this is doing exactly. I don't know what you're supposed to contain. You're an array of something that I don't know what it is yet. I guess this is more accurately split into n-grams, but n is equal to 2. That's how I wrote it, that's kind of adorable that I thought I would be generalizing it that much. Tuple. No, we don't have that. Tuple tokens I plus n. Okay. Well, I'm going to be using dot split. No, dot slice. Not splice. Slice here. Probably. I don't have a tuple function, but maybe that's not necessary. Okay, so you are a 2D array of somethings. Probably a 2D array of these things. Considering that this is going to contain chords or numbers. N-grams dot append. And then this is, I guess, appending the last one, the last tuple. Okay, I guess I get it. Yeah, I kind of get it. But see, tuples are nice in Python because you can do you can put them into a set. They're hashable. And probably the stuff that I implemented for chord in Python, which we haven't looked at, this stuff. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to hide the tuple thing for now. And what is this? Tokens.length. Tokens.length. Tokens.length mod n negative. And then to the end of the array. Okay. I think that, yeah, that just works. Well, no, because this is a negative number. Okay, so we need tokens dot length minus that. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Wait. What if tokens dot length mod n is equal to 0 though? That doesn't seem like it would work. What would I be appending? What if I appended an empty array? That doesn't seem good. Oh wait, but isn't it guaranteed that tokens.length is odd? Yeah, I think it's guaranteed that tokens.length is odd, so I probably don't have to care. I'm gonna separate this so that I can put a comment specifically on it. And then not append, but push. Return engrams. Okay. So I kind of get what it's trying to do, but we've got a little bit of a problem. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a problem. And the problem is that our 2D array of our array of tokens that we're using as n-grams, you can't just there's no tuple thing in JavaScript. So you can't just like expect to push that into a set and have it work out. On the bright side, we only need to know the number of such n-grams, the number of such bigrams. So if we did a string conversion, we'd be all set, really, pretty much. So if I defined not toString for chord, we might be okay. And I kind of just like copy this thing. Well, okay. Copy, quote unquote. Start with C, and then we write this little for loop. So now that chord has a toString, if I wanted to stringify my n-gram, if I wanted to stringify my n-gram, assuming that I'm pretty sure this is the only use of split into bigrams, so yeah, we're fine. So I can totally redo the logic to be an array of strings, and then function tokens to string. I wonder if the JavaScript is going to end up running faster than the Python. That'd be freaking hilarious. Too bad I'm probably not going to test it like that. Probably not actually going to test it that way. String plus equal tokens I dot toString. I'm guaranteed that either of these things in there will have a toString function. Tokens not toString. Or tokens toString. Tokens to string the slice. Tokens to string the last n-gram. And now we just need this whole like set thing. Well, we sort of have a different problem now, right? Rather than trying to implement a general set, I would not do that. I mean, it's possible that JavaScript already has like a hash set. No. Does it have a set? Set. It has a set. Okay, yeah, JavaScript or TypeScript has a set. But I probably wouldn't do that, right? I probably wouldn't add everything to a set and then get its length. I would probably look up an algorithm that's like count the number of distinct strings, or how about elements in an array, right? I probably would do that. And hopefully this, whatever implementation I look up, is not going to be crap. It's n squared. Here's hopefully a not n squared. Okay, there's n log n. You first sort the array. You could do that. Okay. Oh? Oh. Yeah. The JavaScript implementation, they straight up use a set. Okay. Well, maybe I just use a set then, because supposedly it's O of n if you use a set. Yeah, I probably just use a set then. All right, I'll try it using a set. Question. Can I this real quick. Hold on. New set string and oh, it takes any iterable. Well, would you look at that? Dot size. You can basically do the Python way. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm down with that. All right, next I want to write the median function. Or do I? Or do I want to write the median function right now? I don't think I do. Oh, okay, let me go back and fix these things. I don't really have that kind of time right now. I mean, I probably could do it, but I'm just about out of energy right now. Well, it's a combination of that, and I just really don't want to be late, you know? Ooh, what's a decand? Don't know what a decand is, but I'm getting my duration in those. Okay, so kind of my last thing to do is this median function. And after I've written my, wow, this is 400 lines of code. After I've written my median function, and this is, okay. After I've written my median function, this will, in theory, be testable. So I can test this as it is, basically. If I'm going to test this as it is, I need to first modify the this guy to actually calculate the new note times, right? But probably what I do is like, yeah, I probably do like process notes. Process notes, note array, some kind of array, and then I would say I'm gonna modify this. I'm gonna modify this to be like, hold on, let rate equal that. Different calculation work queue equal that. Oh, okay. Right, I see. Yeah, so I would just put here like difficulty dot toString. Right? Dot bind this, and I would pass in the difficulty that I calculate. Yeah. Okay, so this is basically set up. Obviously, this is not incrementally calculating anything. I will have to come back through here and modify this for loop and modify all the feature calculation functions to actually work in an iterative way, which may kill me. I may die in the process of trying to get that to work. but um, but it will be worthwhile, I think. I hope. Because I think I will find out during testing that if I don't do the incremental calculation, I will get frame drops. I sort of will have to prove that. Prove that without real incremental calculation, I will get frame drops. Yeah, I will have to try to prove that. Because if I can't prove that, right, and 99.9% of all the songs in my database don't cause any frame drops, then why would I bother trying to do that conversion? Why would I bother going through that suffering if I don't have to? You know. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow, probably. Yeah, the only thing that's happening tomorrow is somebody's gonna come over in the afternoon, which is probably when I'm gonna be streaming, to like fix the water heater, right? So that could be fun. I have to explain to some random water heater fixing person, a plumber probably, that like, oh yeah, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. And maybe the water heater like explodes or something while they're working on it, and you can just hear a loud bang during the stream. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's, that doesn't happen. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, farewell.